Today we are here with
Mr. Jones, hello.
Ashley, Liz, AC.
I'm Lazuli.
Q.
When did you find out you were part of the LGBTQ in the community?
Well, you don't really find out, you just are.
When did you realize you were?
Oh, a very young age, maybe 5 or 6 years old.
The 6th grade.
Like middle school, beginning of middle school, like 6th grade, 5th grade, around there.
I found out when I was like a mid 11.
Out in 2020.
Around 7th grade, around there, when I realized.
How did your friends and family respond to you?
My friends, well, my family, not the best.
When I told my friends, they weren't surprised. And my parents don't know, but they suspect. I won't lie.
Pretty well. A lot of my friends are also part of the LGBT community. They're all very accepting. And my parents, especially, my mom had friends who were queer growing up, and people that were very close to her that unfortunately passed away in like the AIDS epidemic, which affected primarily a lot of queer people, especially. So my family was very open about it and willing to like listen to things that they didn't know about and ask questions and stuff.
When I first came out, I didn't come out until I was a freshman in college. And then everyone was fine. I had one person say something mean, but I didn't even know them. But everybody else was pretty accepting.
Were you surprised how they reacted? How they
Not
reacted?
really, no.
Yes, I thought everyone was gonna hate me and not want to talk to me anymore because of what is shown in movies and all that stuff. So I thought I was just gonna be casted off.
No, I was not. I was just like, oh, this is happening, okay. But I let it be because now I just like being.
Do you feel that you experience intersectionality?
Of course, I am a black person, I'm actually a queer person, and that's an intersection of two oppressed identities in our country.
Anyways, yeah, I think I do experience that, but like my sexuality is easier for me to like blend in. It's kind of easier to hide it, so I don't really experience that through my sexuality, but yes, an everyday experience.
Yeah. Beyond just being part of the LGBT community, I'm also on the autism spectrum, so there's actually a large cross-section there based off of a lot of research that's been done in recent years about the difference between like people who are part of like the autistic spectrum, because their minds work differently, they perceive gender and stuff like that differently, which is something that was really interesting for me to explore about myself and to learn about.
Do you think that KIPP is doing a good job supporting queer individuals?
I would say they're doing better than some other schools are, but there's definitely room to improve. I do feel like this year we've gotten a lot better, but it's been a lot of openly queer staff have done a lot of the heavy lifting. People like Mix Powell and like Miss Osgood, Miss Thompson stuff have done a lot of the heavy lifting, as well as like Miss Garcia, versus like it should be in actuality like the whole school community doing work rather than just making queer people do all the work, because we shouldn't have to do all the work to be acknowledged in common space. It should be something that the whole community takes on.
Yeah, they're teaching enough about like the queer community, and I think people are being supported, or at least I felt supported here, so there's that.
How would you help someone struggling to come out?
The first thing that I've done with friends of mine that have asked for help about like coming out and stuff is the first part is like assessing if it's safe. Because the reality of the matter, as much as we would like everyone to be accepting, it's a very real and scary reality that it's not always safe for people to come out, especially to like if you have a very religious family. There are a lot of very, very like religious evangelical families in Lynn, and in those communities it's like not very safe to come out. So the first big part is assessing if you do feel it's safe. And then even if you feel it's unsafe, if you still want to come out, trying to see if you have like a backup plan. Like if you come out and a very real reality is a lot of people come out and get kicked out of their house. If that happens to you, do you have somewhere you can go? Do you have people you can trust that you feel safe around and stuff like that?
I would just let them be. And I would present myself as myself. When you throw your light up in the air, those who are drawn to it will come. And those are your people that you're supposed to help shepherd into helping them become their best selves.
I would say don't be scared. I would say be yourself and to embrace yourself.
And how do you plan on making a change in the KEP community?
Well, right now I'm a co-advisor of GSA and the Black Student Union, and so I'll use those two platforms to educate and inform, but also create activities that folks can participate in and be there for authentic selves.
That's why I got into teaching, because I think me standing in front of a classroom, being who I am, is making a change within itself. But I think just involving myself as much into students' lives, changing curriculum as much as I can, and making sure my students feel supported, especially students who struggle with different identity markers, I think will make a change.
Being me, you know, showing the world that you can be yourself. What you are.
Honestly, I don't know how, but if I feel like someone is disregarding someone or myself for my sexuality or what I'm doing or whatever, I usually tell them straight out, like, this is how I feel and everything like that. And if you don't like it and that's your opinion, then I'm gonna back away from you and I'm just gonna leave you alone because I'm not for that.
Realize Julian just got the wit of the tickets back down at them avenues, you know what I'm saying? Fuck with me, then you never knew. Jit, my not all the